Ọbàtálá bá àwọn ẹkùn wá.
Long before people built great cities, long before kings wore golden crowns, before the rivers had names, there lived a woman whose love was so deep that even today, people still whisper her name whenever they stand beside flowing water. But how could the tears of one mother become mighty rivers? This is the ancient Yoruba story of Yemoja, the mother of waters. Many generations ago, in the sacred Yoruba land, there lived a beautiful and powerful woman named Yemoja. She was kind, gentle, and full of wisdom. Wherever she walked, life seemed to follow. Trees grew greener, flowers bloomed brighter, and thirsty lands became fertile. People believed that the Creator had blessed her with a special gift. She could understand the language of water. Rivers flowed peacefully wherever she prayed, and even fish seemed to gather near her whenever she stood by the riverbank. But more than anything else, Yemoja loved children. Whenever a baby cried, she would comfort the child. Whenever a woman struggled to give birth, Yemoja prayed for her. Families came from distant villages seeking her blessings, and many returned home with hope in their hearts. Because of her kindness, people called her the mother of many. As the years passed, her fame spread across the land. One day, Yemoja married a great hunter and warrior. At first, their home was filled with joy. Music echoed through their compound. Visitors came with gifts. They believed they would grow old together. But happiness does not always stay forever. The hunter slowly became proud and hot-tempered. Success changed him. He no longer listened to wise advice. Instead of speaking with love, he shouted in anger. Many times Yemoja forgave him. She believed patience could heal a wounded heart. But each passing season, his anger grew stronger. One evening, after returning from a hunting trip, the hunter mocked Yemoja before the entire household. "You think people honor you because you are powerful," he laughed. "Without me, you are nothing." The compound became silent. Everyone lowered their heads. No one dared to speak. Yemoja felt pain deep inside her heart, but she remained calm. She simply stood up, gathered a small calabash containing sacred water, wrapped her cloth around her shoulders, and quietly walked away. Nobody stopped her. Nobody knew that her decision would change the world forever. She walked through forests. She crossed open fields. She climbed rocky hills. Day after day, she continued her journey. The sun burned her skin during the day. Cold winds surrounded her at night. Still, she kept walking. As she traveled, sadness filled her heart. Not because she had lost her home, but because the person she loved had forgotten kindness. At last, exhausted and heartbroken, Yemoja stopped on top of a lonely hill. She looked back one final time. There was no one following her. No voice called her name. No footsteps came searching for her. Only silence. Slowly, tears began to roll down her face. One tear, then another, then many more. But these were no ordinary tears. They carried the blessing of the Creator. As they touched the earth, the ground trembled. Tiny streams appeared. The streams joined together. Soon they became rivers, rushing across valleys and forests. The rivers carried life wherever they flowed. Dry lands became green again. Animals found water to drink. Farmers harvested rich crops. Children laughed as they played beside the riverbanks. People were amazed. They had never seen anything like it before. The elders understood what had happened. The tears of a loving mother, they whispered, have become rivers that will never stop flowing. From that day onward, people honored Yemoja as the mother of waters. But her story did not end there. One afternoon, a terrible drought struck several villages. The rivers became smaller. Crops withered beneath the scorching sun. Families feared starvation. The village chiefs gathered together. "We have forgotten gratitude," one old woman said. We take water every day without giving thanks. The people decided to seek forgiveness. They carried white cloth, fruits, songs, and prayers to the river. Standing beside the flowing water, they called upon Yemoja with humble hearts. Great Mother, they prayed, forgive our pride. Teach us to care for the gifts of nature. The wind became gentle. Clouds gathered above. Rain began to fall. The rivers rose once again. The people danced with joy. From then on, every year they celebrated Yemoja with songs, drums, dancing, and offerings of gratitude, not because she demanded riches, but because they wished to remember that water is life. As generations passed, mothers told this story to their children. Fathers repeated it beside evening fires. Grandparents reminded every new generation that strength is not found in anger. True strength is found in love. Even today, whenever rivers flow peacefully through forests, whenever rain fills empty streams, whenever a mother sacrifices everything for her family, many people remember Yemoja. Her story teaches that kindness never truly disappears. Love leaves a mark that can outlive kingdoms. A gentle heart can change the world more than violence ever could. And just like water, love always finds a way. So whenever you stand beside a river and hear the soft sound of flowing water, remember the ancient tale of the mother whose tears became rivers. Perhaps the river is still carrying her love, flowing from one generation to the next. And that is why, in many Yoruba traditions, Yemoja is remembered not only as the mother of waters, but as a reminder that compassion, forgiveness, and love can bring life to a thirsty world.